How's it going, everybody? And welcome to another episode of Prem de la Creme. Scenes, absolute scenes. As Spain knock out what was the consensus favorites this World Cup, France. Right? France were a team that were building up this campaign heading into the World Cup. During the World Cup as well, made the name for themselves, being named the ruthless one. Everyone was busy comparing them to the France team that won the World Cup in 2018 and the France team that made it into the World Cup final. This France team, could they make it to three World Cup finals in a row? That was the question. Ended up coming short to a Spanish team who has proven that a unit is better than an individual. Spain to France nil. We'll be talking about that today. We'll be touching on England versus Argentina for a bit as well at the end of the show. But firstly, let me introduce my panel. We got Hamza, Mr. TFE, England rap. How are we doing?
Hello, everybody. I'm excited to talk about today's game and tomorrow's game, but more importantly, this game. Wow. Cucurea, sepe on estrella.
Eating is paella. And now let's go over to Uzi. Mr. Uzi, how are you?
I'm good, bro. Good, bro. Honestly, expected more from this French team, but is what it is.
I think everyone in the chat wants to know, so when are we going to see Uzi Nation qualify for the World Cup?
2030, let's run it. 2030, let's run it.
2030. Will Uzi Nation win a World Cup before Portugal? That is the question. Let's get a poll up, man. Let's get a poll up. I'm joking. But yeah, obviously Spain 2-0. Mikel Oyarzabal from the penalty spot and Pedro Porro. We'll be talking about those two goals individually, but let's talk about the fact that Spain nullified France. They've actually sucked the life out of France. Yeah, they were talking about this French team and how dangerous they were across the front three, maybe even the front four, because low-key, one of those players could always drop into the 10th position. And then nothing. I think if I go on to Fort Mob right now, let's go on to Fort Mob and let's talk about the ratings. Mbappe 5.4, amazing. Dembele 6.4, Michael Olise 6.3, hooked at 72. Barcola 6.2, hooked at 57. What happened, Hamza? What happened?
Well, I did the Mbappe special. So, for example, nothing. This is what Mbappe does in the big games. So, yes, I did, for example, nothing. But it was hard for me and the rest of my French teammates because Rodri. We need to have a conversation about this boy, right? Obviously, Ballon d'Or winner, beat Vinicius. Obviously, people say it was conspiracy. It wasn't. Then you had Dembele the next year, Ballon d'Or winner. Oh my God. I thought Spain were going to win. I thought they'd win on penalties, but I did think they would make it past France. I think France are a bit too, when you're too dependent on individual moments, you're never going to win. Same thing with Haaland and Norway. They got two goals against Brazil. That's not a sustainable way to win a football match. And I think, low-key, that's kind of the problem with England, right? Is you can't rely, how long can you rely on these players? But Spain, my word, that was belt-to-ass football. And Rodri was just in the middle of all of it. And by the end of the game, you kind of think, oh, France aren't just going to go out like this. France went out with a whimper, right? Fully went out just like it happened, because Spain killed them. It wasn't a semi-final. This wasn't a proper semi-final, in my opinion, because Spain were just that much better and showed that, if you play with the ball correctly, you don't even need Yamal to do anything. Really, I know you won the penalty, but you did nothing. For example, nothing. And Mbappe and Yamal probably have the same rating. You know what I mean? So, yeah, man, Spain, all right, problem. Will be a problem for the English on Sunday night. But, yeah, fair play to them. First final in 16 years.
Yeah, first final in 16 years. However, let's talk about finals and, a duel that's actually, had about maybe 16. 16 is a good number, actually. I think they've versed each other about 16 times now. Lamine Yamal versus Mbappe. Barcelona versus Real Madrid. I'm going to go to the Real Madrid fan. Mbappe has actually been on the losing side of a lot of Lamine Yamal battles. Huh? What's going on there between them two? They've built up this rivalry over the years, and Mbappe's been losing them.
I don't know. I honestly don't know. But, bro, I think the key thing here was Unai Simon, right? Him being that sweeper keeper, every single ball that went over the top of that Spanish defense, Unai Simon swept it up so beautifully. That's why Mbappe couldn't get anything. Even when they got the second ball, bro, it was just press 3-on-1 there. They win the ball back, they turn it over, and they start moving it around, bro. The Spanish team suffocated them in so many areas of the pitch. And it was a stupid penalty giveaway. It was a really stupid penalty giveaway, man.
That's PSG's new left back. DBA.
Not checking over your shoulder, bro.
Yeah.
Or even
Always
have
gotta look
shielded
at
the ball as
mirrors.
it was dropping, you could have moved it. Instead, he just goes for rather goes for like a Conor McGregor kick and gets your ball in the thigh.
Honestly, bro, I don't know what he was doing. Genuinely, I don't know what he was doing. But you know what it is? It's the pressure of Spain. And I don't mean pressure in terms of like narrative and whatnot. It's like that ball pressure. They turned it on so much. Like Elise was trying to defend, couldn't get close to it, couldn't do anything on the ball, couldn't do anything off the ball. Fabian Ruiz and Rodri, it's a bit OP when you have aggressive left backs, a centre back who can run about 50 meters with the ball, Laporte who was just solid, right? And then you have Rodri and Fabian Ruiz creating these little triangles everywhere with whichever player, passing it back when you think they would go forward, passing it sideways when you think they'd go left, passing it right when you think they'd go left, passing it frontwards instead of going backwards. Like they're on the ball, they're just it doesn't make any sense, bro. They're just absolutely ridiculous, and they killed France because France have no midfield. People are blaming Rabiot, bro. What do you expect an AC Milan midfielder to do when you come against Rodri and Fabian Ruiz when they're playing like this? Real talk, man.
Yeah.
Like I have no bad words to say about Kone, about Tchouameni. Yeah, bro. But
That's the thing, though. You only have
companies were going in
injuries.
on them. They were going in on him. I was like, bro, this was their weakness coming into the tournament. Fullbacks and centre mids, and it just got absolutely exposed today. So shout out Luis de la Fuente. He absolutely put Didier Deschamps in the mud. Really did.
Like last World Cup, bro, in the final, they also got ran over in midfield. Luckily, they had Mbappe with his individual performance. But then they failed to replace Paul Pogba and they failed to replace N'Golo Kante. That's the two players they failed to replace into this French midfield. Because 2018, they had Pogba and Kante running at midfield. Absolutely top-notch quality. They were winning every single midfield battle throughout that whole tournament. You remove those two pieces from the puzzle, bro, and they got ran through. They got ran through in the final against Argentina. They got ran through today by Spain.
You need three midfielders. You need three midfielders. You can't have two midfielders. Elise being a 10 isn't a midfielder. Like Bellingham being a 10 is still a midfielder because Bellingham will do the dirty work. He'll come back.
But it worked all tournament. And this sort of retrospectiveness, it's fine now, right? But it worked all tournament. At least in the 10, Dembele on the right. Barco was really good. I thought Barcola was really good, right? Like to a point. But like I thought he was pretty decent first off. But yeah, bro, what did we say? Mbappe needs a running mate. Right, and when Mbappe's not on it, that's where the running mate needs to step up. Not against Iraq, not against Norway, not against Timbuktu, yeah? In Spain in the semi-final, you need that running mate to go, you know what? Like Mbappe, like you can do GBH, grievously bodily harm on the goalkeeper. I'll take us through to the next round. And Dembele, Doué, you pick, you choose. They couldn't stand up, but it was less about France being bad. I think it was just Spain were just absolutely ridiculous. Like if England played them, bro, they would never beat them, right? Never beat them.
I mean, that's the thing about this. I talk about France. If England were versus France,
no, like if England were France in this game, right? And it was England versus Spain, we would have been cooked.
we might see that actually happen. That does look like Spain versus England could be a possibility.
Yeah. I mean, 50% chance, I guess. But honestly. Yeah, I don't think there's really much to say. I mean, the defending, like Pedro Porro was locking down Doué. He locked down Barcola. Only a couple chances that
for that goal, bro. Pedro Porro's goal. How are they just they just switched off completely. They switched off.
Chelsea centre back Lacroix stepped up.
It wasn't Lacroix. Yeah, but Digne. What the hell was Digne doing? What the hell was Digne doing?
He switched off, bro. After Danny Olmo fell, the whole backline switched off and Pedro Porro magically gets the ball inside the box and he smashes it past. My man.
What a finish, though.
Someone stepped up because obviously Upamecano was the one that fouled. Not fouled, but
It was
the one that
Digne.
fouled.
Digne was still
It
so
was
deep.
Digne because
Digne
he
was
was
so deep.
He was so far.
Digne was the
away,
left
bro.
back, but there was another guy. There's a guy in between Upamecano and Digne.
No,
There's a
but I'm
guy
saying Digne was so deep that Pedro Porro was onside. That's what it was.
Well, why didn't
Yeah,
Digne
but
play
who was the
on
guy
Digne?
that stepped up though? There was a guy that allowed that space to happen because Digne is still a left back, right? So he's not meant to actually be in the space where Pedro Porro received the ball again. So who's that guy that was meant to be?
So it's Upamecano, then Lacroix, then Digne. But I know what you're saying. But Upamecano and Lacroix had stepped up, so Dani Olmo was the last man. But Digne was so far deep that the space that Lacroix had left behind him by playing that high line, right? Digne just absolutely nullified that by playing him onside.
Yeah, no, but I wasn't even blame anyone there. I think it was more amazing play from Pedro Porro to do the pass and immediately run, not just admire the pass. He passed it, he was expecting a 1-2. So if anything, wasn't like it was a good idea from France to obviously catch them out there with that high line, like an offside trap sort of thing. But Pedro Porro,
But that also comes with a lapse of concentration, bro. But that one, that's a fine margin because if Digne steps up, Pedro Porro's offside, it's 1-0. France still can find a goal somewhere to gain momentum.
Yeah. I think somebody's does that even end the Ballon d'Or campaign for the French teams? Because now it's like if Harry Kane goes on to win the World Cup, it's probably going to be Harry Kane's Ballon d'Or. Check this guy. Check this guy. No one even invited this guy.
Mark, if you're going to join on TikTok as well. If you're going to join,
we're already done, bro. We're about to talk about England versus Argentina. How's this guy?
Oh shit!
Let him go, man.
Oh damn! Sorry, man. Being back.
No, Mark, we'll bring you. Just join the TikTok, bro.
Yeah. As soon as you join the TikTok, I'm gonna raise you. Yeah. But like, so I think from a France perspective, Ousmane Dembele, he needs to hope that Spain go on to win this World Cup because there's this Ballon d'Or going.
But then
because if England go on to win the World Cup,
Spain win it, bro, then the Yamal shout is there.
Nah, don't cover that. Don't cover that.
No, so many people, bro. Last time
it will be Rodri, bro.
Man.
Shall I be honest? It should be Rodri. If Spain win it, should be. If it's based on World Cup, it should be Rodri.
When Spain played Portugal in the Nations League final, bro. When Spain played that Nations League final, they said if Spain went on to win it, then everyone was shouting for Yamal to win it. So if what's this thing? The same happens, bro. The shout is there.
You can rise him now.
Rise.
What's happening, lads?
Let's bring on the tactical canvas.
He is a big man.
Yes, the man that will break it down for us.
Game I watch. a proper Spanish masterclass we see today. Like, I think I'm the only one who backed him.
Yeah,
I backed him as well.
Oh yeah. I'm penalties.
Yeah,
but
I thought
over the 90 minutes,
the attack. Yeah.
No, I'm saying over the 90 minutes, bro, it was like men versus boys. That's how bad it was. And I think Hamza has pointed this out in the past, where France could have one bad game, and imagine their bad game came in the semi-final. That's how bad it is. That is crazy. I'm loving the French downfall. I'm loving every single one of it.
Why?
Bro,
what's the French do?
I don't know.
Yeah.
No, it's just the arrogance. Arrogance is part of the game, which is a lovely thing, but we love to see that arrogance broken down.
But I don't think the team had arrogance. I think a lot of people just gave it was the consensus favorites. I don't think the French team carried arrogance.
Because of the quality and depth they have in the uniform.
No. I think it's arrogant. So Mbappe today, shocking. That whole front three, shocking.
My father also has an agenda on Ousmane Dembele.
Yeah. That one where Dembele chinged Cucurella and then he shot it straight into Unai Simon hand, man. That one there was supposed to be the goal that supposed.
I know it was a criminal. You know it was a criminal shot. It was Desiree Doué, bro.
That one there, bro.
That one there. Why are you not
there was a little pass straight to Dembele.
Love the keeper, man.
In the middle of the.
Oh yeah, that one.
In the center of the goal, bro.
Yeah.
No, Dembele is in the center of the goal, right? Unai Simon is still covering here. You could have passed it to him and he had a free shot at goal. It's 2-1. The comeback, he gets switched on. Bro went for
But Mac, What is your summary, though, man?
I think France. My summary, bro. The midfield. I think Rodri ran the game completely. Like in terms of interceptions, the way he anticipated, the passing, everything. I think Del Fuente perfectly summed this game up as the Rodri trap. I wish I could put that in my tactical cameras video, but I'm not going to say that. Just for the podcast. The tactical, bro, Rodri was at the heart of everything. This guy deserves all the praise. I say it was a revelation at the start of the World Cup. This guy just continues the form. I think he is down to win the player of the tournament if Spain go on and win. This guy today was absolutely superb. And I said it before, like this is where Spain is going to win the game. Not going forward or the defense, it's going to be Rodri. That guy in the center is just going to clean up everything and the show today. Brilliant from Spain. Even like with Pedro Porro, I will never ever give this guy a shout out purely because he's the first player. But today, he gets everything. Defensively, going forward. But this guy was so good today. I heard you guys arguing who was the guy that dropped the missing. It was Lacroix. I don't know, he was in no man's land. Yeah, he totally missed it. Him and Digne were literally nowhere to be seen. So it was a good goal, good link-up play from Oyarzabal.
More Digne than Lacroix.
And I enjoyed that game.
Just accept it.
He was on the left hand. He was on that side, bro. That was.
It was literally his space, bro. It was his zone.
Yeah, he was out of position. I don't think there was enough communication done within the back line. It was poor from the French team in general. I think the Saliba coming off early totally hit them.
I mean, I'm so glad you mentioned Rodri. Obviously, we spoke about Rodri, but have you ever played football? When you're playing in school, right? And you play a different school team from a different county in a different city, right? And then you're thinking, okay, cool. What are London teams like? What are Manchester teams like? What are Burnley teams like? That's generally a thought that I had because I played against teams that were from Lancashire and Burnley, right? It's not like I'm some Tony Pulis orator, right? Even though you never manage them. But anyway, have you ever played against a team and you can't get the ball? Like you're playing against a completely different way of playing football, or played a different sport, or played cricket or rugby or whatever, and you just you think you're really good, but then you just can't get the ball, and you're just thinking well, we can't do anything because we can't get the ball. And then Rodri is just the ultimate player where it's you hate him, but it's just he will recycle the ball, he'll use his body, he'll shift. He's it's like Busquets. Honestly, it's like watching Busquets, but better. I was watching it, I was thinking, is this a better Busquets? I never thought they'd be better than Busquets, and then you have a baby Rodri next to him in Ruiz. I'm thinking, this isn't fair. They actually can't get the ball. You can say Mbappe had a bad game, Gabriel had a bad game, Due, Barcola, yeah, you can say all these guys had a bad game, right? They didn't. It's not fair. When you play against us, what the hell are we meant to do? You know what I mean? Because Didier Deschamps is not a tactical manager, yeah? He's actually just not, right? Compared to Luis de la Fuente. Bro, if you can't get the ball, you can't do anything. I actually don't. I feel a bit bad for France because I wonder what the narrative is going to be, but they're actually just so ridiculous. Rodri, Fabian Ruiz, and Cucurella and Porro. Oh my God. I'm thinking, at least they couldn't get the ball. And Olmo was never dropping in defense. Never. He was never dropping in that midfield, bro. And it just didn't make any sense. I was watching it, I'm just thinking, flipping hell. If England play these lot, yeah, we are finished, bro. We are if they play like that on Sunday, we are dead. I'll be honest, we are dead if they play like that on Sunday, if we can make it to Sunday, right? But man, Rodri, that is
touching on Rodri, right?
Creme de la creme football.
Because let's be honest, right? Give this man another World Cup, right? Hamza touched on it already. He's going to be in some uncomfortable conversations. Uncomfortable. And I think him winning this World Cup, Hamza touched on it also. I was thinking about it now, Hamza. The fact that he actually did win the FA Cup and Carabao Cup. I know it's not the leagues and the Champions League.
Yeah.
It's two domestic trophies that
but then
add on to a World Cup.
La Liga, bro.
Yeah, but he didn't play like this in the World Cup.
Lamine Yamal ain't going to be player of the tournament.
Performance.
Lamine Yamal ain't going to be
it's
player
not
of the tournament.
fair. People can talk about goal scoring, defending, blocks, shots. Bro, if you don't have the ball and if you don't have momentum in a game like the World Cup, bro, what do you you think Mbappe is going to score a long range at every single game? It's not realistic. Rodri is killed. If I'm French, bro, he killed my heart. You know what I mean? Like he just ripped the soul, not from scoring a mad goal, but just from killing them with 1,000 passes, bro. It was like literally death by 1,000 cuts. That's what it was. And Rodri, oh my, like, let's deep this, boys. Real talk. Let's deep this. Name me a better midfield performance than Rodri today. Like even in the let's say the last 10 years, name me 3 or 4 that you'd say are in and around his performance today.
So that answers the question?
Name me a midfield performance, right, that's on the level or near to the level, right, that you can say, you know what, this is comparable to Rodri today, right, and even Rodri in the last game, right, in the last 10 years from any midfielder. Name me like a game where you can say that he just like ripped the soul out of your team, ripped the absolute soul out of your team. And even for chat, I know Saeed says Modric versus City 21-22, Fabian Ruiz today. I'll give you boys a second. I know that's a difficult question. Right, it's a very open-ended one.
I'm sure KDB had a couple of KDB
has to have.
Yeah,
but he didn't kill people's heart. He didn't rip people's heart out like
Wolves 2021, 2022. He ripped Liverpool's heart directly.
I think Hamza should phrase
scored 4
it
goals
against
that day.
Credible opposition. That should be the question.
Yeah.
Because he made this France team look like
Bellingham?
absolute bozos, bro. No, what
Bellingham.
game for Bellingham has he ripped the heart out like this? I've never seen. I genuinely don't think I've ever seen it. Like when I'm thinking
El
about,
Clasico in his first season.
They have 3 of his first season.
His first season, El Clasico. That's one we ripped out Barcelona.
Because that guy was ripping. He was scoring 8 winners.
He scored a late brace to win them the El Clasico.
No, but Rodri is good though.
But like,
especially the fact that this guy already won the Euros also, right? Like I'm telling you, uncomfortable conversations are gonna be. And imagine Spain repeat what they did between 2008 to 2012. They already got the Euros done. World Cup final, right? And you know what? I think no matter
who Nations League
actually joins them, well, if it's gonna be Nations League in between also, and then obviously whether it's Argentina or England, has Spain now become the consensus favorite now? Or, you know, if England make it to the final, it's still a 50-50. Or if Argentina make it, maybe it's still 60-40.
Well, I mean, if they play like this, bro, no one gets close to Spain. But just to touch on the midfielders, bro, as people said Rice versus Madrid 24-25. He was good. His free kicks were great. But I'm talking about like controlling a game and killing a game with control, right? And then De Bruyne versus Madrid. Yes, it was good. But like, I'm talking about like ripping the soul out of a team. Like, you probably watch games where you're like 30 minutes to go. You're like, oh, this team has lost. I thought that for France.
I'm sure N'Golo Kante, come on, you're a Chelsea fan. I'm sure N'Golo Kante.
Yeah, I mean, even in the Champions League final, it was great. But like,
against Atletico? What about semi-final against
bro.
Atletico? I think the semi-final against Atletico, that was a good. Yeah,
against Real
Kante
Madrid, you mean?
I'm talking about the one against Atletico in particular. Was that the quarterfinal there?
What year?
During lockdown, when they won the Champions League.
Yeah, that was in the round 16, I think.
Yeah, but that Kante performance, that was like this guy novel.
Maybe recency bias, but like I can't get off this point. Sorry guys, but like, I actually can't get off this point.
Ronaldo versus Barca, good one.
Maybe Vitinha last year in the Champions League final potentially.
I think when you're looking at,
I think Hamza's talking about where midfielder just dominated the midfield outright, not as in scoring goals and stuff. So like,
not like even times interceptions, just reading of the game. Like, bro, that guy's gonna become like a GOAT manager. Rodri's actually gonna become a GOAT manager. Like I see that, bro. Him and Cesar Azpilicueta, bro. Rodri is the number 1. Cesar Azpilicueta is the number 2. 2050, bro. They're gonna win the World Cup, bro. No, not 2050. I'm looking at 2046. 2046. Yeah, those two are gonna be the leaders when Spain win the World Cup, bro. This is gonna go triple platinum in 2046, bro. When we've all got like multiple kids, yeah, and multiple wives, right? This clip is gonna go triple platinum, bro. Honestly.
By the way, stocks in now. Nice.
You know, De La Fuente, can we give him some credit as well? You know, not in terms of just tactics, but in terms of squad choice. Because starting Unai Simon, right, so much fire was given to him because David Raya had a decent campaign. Barcelona, I forget his name. Their goalkeeper had a decent campaign.
Joan Garcia.
But then Joan Garcia, and then obviously Unai Simon, this is the guy that he's getting old now, and it doesn't even do well for his club.
Even starting Laporte at centre back, bro.
Laporte also, yeah.
so many decisions. Even starting Bayena as a left winger.
Diana.
There's
Might be a
multiple,
left
bro.
back.
Oyarzabal as a
back.
striker.
Oh, he's a midfielder, centre mid.
Oh. Yeah, Oyarzabal is an out-and-out 9 when you have like Ferran Torres sitting on the bench.
Dropping Pedri.
Yeah.
I can't lie though, boys. I actually can't lie though. Obviously, Spain played amazing, especially Rodri, right? If England make it to the final, Thomas Tuchel is going to absolutely rip that team apart. Like I can see it
there's the
written all
stocks
over that
going
game.
now.
Yeah,
Right?
he's
Not
getting
like
bad.
maybe not like a 4-0, 5-0, yeah. But like Thomas Tuchel is gonna like if we talk about a tactical manager and a guy that can like take he took out Pep Guardiola in the Champions League final. You know, you give him the tools, right, and he will deliver. Genuinely, I think that Spain game against if England makes it to the final, it's going to be an all-timer game. Genuinely, because Tuchel has 4 opportunities before the game. First hydration break, half-time, and second hydration break to change the game in real time, right? You're giving Thomas Tuchel that opportunity. I'm sorry. As long as our defense isn't as bad as it's been, yeah? Oh, my God. That could be... Then I begin to dream. Now I begin to dream of, oh, my God, the World Cup could genuinely be coming home. But...
So you think Thomas Tuchel is a better tactician than De La Fuente? Because, De La Fuente is going to have the same opportunities.
Is that a real question?
You're posing
Yeah.
that question to Hamza. So think about it.
Is that genuinely? Is that a real question?
I
Okay.
think on past experiences, yes, but a Spanish coach, bro, and tactics is different.
Okay.
Just
okay.
lose to the
Here's-
first
here's
respect,
here's a
bro.
question. Here's a question, Hamza. Does England's midfield combat with that Spanish midfield? If
I
you're
think-
talking
I
about
think-
Rodri mopping everything
I
up,
think they do.
Rodri mops that English midfield of Rice, Bellingham, and Anderson.
I think it can,
Yeah,
right? Because
green tea, yeah.
Anderson is very good at cleaning up. Like in terms of cleaning up the glass, he's been very, very good at that this tournament. I don't know if Rice is even fit, to be honest. Like if he'll even have the energy.
We'll have
Like
to see
that's
tomorrow.
my big concern for Rice, right? But like he's dominant. He's like done. I mean, I was gonna say he dominated midfields against Man City, but he really hasn't. So that's a bit scary, uncomfortable. But Bellingham, like that guy can ball kind of progress, like not just in the middle of the park, but he can also progress like even further up the park. So I think that could be a different dynamic for Spain to worry about. But man, like if Fabian Ruiz and Rodri play like they did today, it's gonna be a long evening on Sunday. Very long evening on Sunday. But Tuchel, this is where Tuchel comes into it, where he's a better manager than Deschamps, and I think he can nullify what Deschamps wasn't able to do in terms of that Spanish midfield.
Let's also not forget the English players are comfortable against the fullbacks of Spain. Cucurella plays in the Premier League. Porro plays in the Premier League. They play against them on a weekly basis. So by now, they know how each one goes. They've done the analysis on which way they move, inside, out. So I'm sure for the English players, it'll be much easier. Even though Desiree Doué and Barcola are good players, it'll be more comfortable for the English players to get rid of them.
I'm not
think
ready to watch
England versus
Madueke
Argentina,
versus Cucurella, bro. If I see Madueke versus Cucurella, oh my god, I think I'll bleach my eyes.
I think Saka would start that.
Oh,
think
bro,
so.
it's not anyone. Just please, Madueke. If England makes it to the final, come on, man. Do not make me watch Madueke versus Cucurella, please. Like, if there's anything, like, is there justice in the world? I shouldn't have to watch that. I really shouldn't have to watch that.
But I think
I don't
honestly,
know if
England versus Argentina is going to be a solid like test run, I would say, because Argentina, you can almost call them as like a Spanish light did. Like, just in terms of this World Cup, okay, like England are going to be taking on this team that also their midfield shouldn't be slapped on. So it will be a good test to see whether or not Spain's midfield can compete with.
They play differently,
Argentina
though.
midfield.
I don't think they're like a Spain light.
It's not proper tiki taka. It's not proper tiki taka.
I don't think
But
it's tiki
play
taka at all,
Messi.
to be honest, bro.
Just play
Like
Messi.
they have good interplay at times, but I don't think it's. I think it's complete. I think Spain and Argentina are completely different. Two different. That's why I wanted them to play in that finalissima, right? Obviously, before the war started, I had tickets to go to that game. I thought that would be super interesting, Spain versus Argentina. But yeah, man, fuck. Obviously, we've got to get past tomorrow. But Spain played incredibly. If they play like that on Sunday, yeah, it could be a long day. But
yeah. Okay, let's talk about the game tomorrow. Touch on it.
Wait, before you touch on the game tomorrow, did you guys talk about the Olise tackle?
Or
Oh
least
no, the
No,
one
we
on
didn't
Rodri
actually.
where he went studs against the end.
Oh, Rodri. Oh, yeah.
That wasn't a
Yeah.
red though.
Yeah.
I don't think it's a red.
Why it
Yeah.
stands up though? By the letter
Yeah,
of
I
the
think it
law.
was a
Should be a red.
No, Rodri did
Well,
it to his own.
forget
like,
your opinion. Forget your opinion,
Yeah.
man. What's the letter of the law? Did it tick all those boxes?
Tell him.
It
Tell
did.
him. Tell him. Bro.
So it's a red.
I don't think it was. And I'll tell you why, right?
Mm.
Because Rod's foot's already planted and makes it look worse.
Mm.
Like the way Rod landed was
Yeah.
a bit mad, and then at least it added to it. Honestly, I think it looked way worse than it actually was. I don't think it
Yeah,
was.
his foot was more in the air. It would have been.
You know,
actually-
you can be
yeah.
right. You can be right. But Mac and I can also be right. So it did look a lot worse, but it's definitely a red by the letter of the law.
You think it was red? Oh, first.
Yeah.
It stands up, bro. Like I've seen worse being given as reds.
Well, I mean, bro, Kusanov did it to Giroud twice in the FA Cup final. Nothing happened, bro. So the letter of the law. What's the law, bro? The law doesn't mean anything, right? But I don't think that was. I
England,
feel like that
yeah.
would, and that would have killed the game as well. I know Spain killed the game, but like that actually would
I
have.
think that's probably why they didn't even give it, because there was another Rabiot should have gotten a second yellow as well.
Yeah.
Mm.
Should have.
He should have got a first yellow, man. That was just literally just follow through. But he touched the ball first. Are you talking about the second one after the Olmo challenge?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that shouldn't have
yeah.
been the yellow the first one. I couldn't understand that.
But I think those are all the controversials.
But maybe I'm just
let's
from
start
England, innit? So obviously we play Brexit football, so like the bar is much higher in England, not South Africa.
From Sunday
Kick
league,
out Super League, bro. Is little tippy tappy fouls, yeah. One of them ones.
No, bro.
It's true,
They
though.
get
True.
bro,
we got-
they get flung
we
into
got
the
Two red
wall.
cards in the first game. Don't forget that. Huh?
Yeah, you don't know how we play, bro.
Yeah, actually.
You don't know about the Kasi football. What you know? You know
You got sad about everything.
nothing.
I think Uzi Mack and myself did give the England preview already, so this is more giving Hamza a platform now to voice his preview.
Mm.
Yeah.
Wow, was that you giving me the floor?
Yes.
Yeah. I give you a true ball, mate. Don't fuck this up.
Don't be so lost, bro. Don't be so lost. It's 2v1.
Man, he's thinking about his narrative to run.
Yeah, honestly, I'm not even listening to what anyone's saying. I'm thinking, oh, which way do I go with this one? But no, tomorrow night is the first time we will play against proper opposition since the first game of the tournament against Croatia, right? Like really, we beat everybody that we should have beaten, and we've gotten to the point now where it's not a failure, right? Like, I know we didn't, Tuchel didn't take Gibbs White, he didn't take Palmer, he didn't take Foden, he didn't take all these top, Lewis Hall. He didn't take Lewis Hall. Like, he didn't take these top level players. I think we're getting to the point now where it's not a complete failure if you go out to semi-finals against Argentina. On paper, it's not bad. But football isn't played on paper. This is played in real time. I think Argentina are another team that we should sweep aside and should be put in our dust as we move to New York. In my opinion, in my humble opinion, I think we will get the job done. I think it's going to be a tough game. You can never write out Argentina because, bro, like they're 2-0 down against Egypt nowhere, not even playing well, you know, and they completely flip the script against Egypt. And why is that? Because they're great players, great team, and also they have FIFA behind them. So, inshallah, no rigging, no robbery happens tomorrow, and I think we can make it to the final. And if it wasn't for Uzi being an absolute donkey, yeah, I think I would have been able to take advantage of the fact that we're going to beat Argentina by 3-0. I believe that deep down inside my soul. I think tomorrow's going to be a game where Tuchel, Bellingham, we all put everything together and we destroy a proper opposition, because I think Argentina are there to be slapped. And it's up to us to go slap them, right? Messi has had this Fugazi run. Argentina have had a really Fugazi run. I'm ready for this to be put to bed and done. You know what I mean? So, yeah, I'm going to go with a confident England 3-0 win. I'm going to go Kane. I'm going to go Bellingham. And I'm going to go for Bukayo Saka to get the 3 goals as England move on to the World Cup final on Sunday. Yeah, so, yeah, that's basically my touch. The only thing I would say about Argentina, Lisandro Martinez is great. I think he's played unbelievable this tournament. His partnership with Coutinho Romero is pretty decent. Enzo Fernandez is a good engine. And Messi is obviously Messi. right? And obviously they've proven that they've got players now. Lautaro Martinez scored, but Julian Alvarez scored. They're not just relying on Messi anymore, which was a big point of contention. But yeah, I think England have too much, man. I think when it comes to Scaloni versus Tuchel, when it comes to Argentina versus England, we need to right the wrong of 40 years ago when we got robbed in the Azteca. We got robbed in the Azteca by Diego Maradona. We will remove that. England will move on, and we'll go to the final in New York against Spain. And yeah, that'll be a big task. But as a famous man and a wise man once said, one game at a time, lads. One game at a time.
No, do you remember the game in the Azteca? When did you do?
Maradona. I actually got a side shirt. Yeah. I got a side shirt.
I told these boys in the preview, Olise had a fantastic World Cup. He has 5 assists. But England's 2 wingers, they haven't been playing their best football. Gordon and Saka both on 3 assists. So those 2, I think, are going to be the game changers. Because Argentina's fullbacks also, they not the best defense.
Medina, Montiel. We love Medina, bro, but yeah, they ain't got Mucka, bro. So
even if they start Tagliafico, bro, defensively they ain't looking strong. So I back them.
Yeah, man.
I hope England run a train to them. Honestly,
Inshallah, bro.
I think
Inshallah.
I think they do.
Good. Well, yeah, I mean, this is going to affect my life personally as well. Not obviously because it's England winning the World Cup, but we'll see. By the end of tomorrow, I will either be going to Spain for the final or London to go to the final. So where will I be going? Who knows? Paris is off the charts because Mbappe can't do anything because he's a useless.
But bro, do you really want to be in Paris, bro?
If they won the World Cup, I want to see how they burn. I want to see them burn the city in real time. Honestly, I want to see that. You think I don't want to see that? That would be unbelievable, mate. I'll be so trying to avoid death, bro. Like, how cool would that be?
Bro.
You know what I mean? Like, I'll tell that.
You could see that in London also.
Nah, but they're not like the French people.
Are you part of the minority?
I've got this image of the car that was burnt in half. Like, it was a red car outside of like a famous building, and it was just the whole top half of the car was just gone. I'm like, who does this, bro?
Bro, just come to South Africa. We don't even play matches like that. It just happens.
Whenever we protest.
But where do you think? I'm interested to hear what you guys think about Argentina, though. Right? And what did you guys predict, and what do you think will happen? But also, where do you think Argentina can get at England if you do predict Argentina to beat England?
I think it'll be if the defense falls asleep. Like the
English.
Small lapse in concentration, bro. Messi is there. Then you have Spider-Man also, who's growing slowly.
You know, I wish we uploaded our draft because Max Messi showed as aged like 5.
100%, bro. And my Lisandro Martinez one, when all of you all said he's a 5'8" centre back, we can't play. Look at him now, bro. Look at him.
Yeah, the stocks went up against him, but
yeah, just some news for you boys. We had to put in some DEFCON 3 calls. Myself, Dictator, Mbappe, and the back end team. So you know the Illuminati, bro. It's not just for the real world, bro. It's also for this. Yeah, we had to put in some calls, mate. We could not let the public see that. I'll be honest. I know 14 people are viewing it here, but we could not let the public see. Mac masterclass, Ozzy masterclass. No. Me and Noaz had to put an end to that. We had to put an end to that. We went, yo, Tawid, never let those files escape, bro. Let's redact that shit.
I had such a good midfield, bro. I had Depsa. Okay, well, Depsa was the real disappointment in the midfield.
I'm joking. It's going to go, though.
Yeah. You the one who was saying it, your shit does work.
But what do you guys think is going to happen in the game, though? Genuinely, what do you think is going to happen in the game? I didn't get to watch the recording session, but I'm genuinely interested to know what you guys think.
I honestly think, right, that the first half will be goalless. A second half, Thomas Tuchel tells him in his German accent, which I can't really do, it's time to kill. And then it's just going to be wah. Harry Kane, hat-trick.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I'd love that. You know how much I'd love. Honestly, if that happened, Oh, I believe that we can win. What did you say, Noaz?
I predicted a 2-2. I think it'll be a tight one. I think the midfield battle. Like the saying of attack wins you games, defense wins you titles. Like, bro, I think football has transitioned into if you have a solid midfield, you can definitely win titles now because PSG have proven it, Arsenal have proven it. Like you look at all of the even Chelsea, right? They have a decent campaign, a decent goal next year because I believe their midfield is one of the best. That's why I've been predicting Chelsea to be the title race next season. So I think the midfield is where the game will be won and lost. Now, I think on paper we already all can agree that England have the better midfield, right? All depends on what versions of Paredes and the Paul and Enzo show up. Then we'll see how tight the game will be.
I
It's
think
a 2-2.
England's
And
biggest
who wins?
challenge-
Who goes through then? Noaz.
You're not gonna like the answer. I did go for Argentina because I initially thought
On
France
pens.
was gonna win. So I said France Argentina final, so that's already proven wrong. So
Well, you can
England might
change
as
your
well
mind.
win.
Like you can change your mind now. Obviously, France aren't in the final.
And
Obviously,
now,
you
now
can't
I want
change your
England to
predictions.
win. Yeah, I can't change
Wow.
the prediction, but I want England to win now because I'd rather see a rematch of the Euros, better storyline than future versus present. Because future hasn't even showed up yet, bro. Lamine Yamal had a shit campaign. He hasn't even showed up yet.
Listen to Mac. I did say that. Listen to Mac.
Oof, let's see.
Bestow upon us.
Oh,
your wisdom.
I'm saying I did say it. We'll get a replay of the match. But anyways,
Oh,
I think England will have to watch the pockets, especially with Elliot Anderson and Declan Rice. If they leave Messi to roam anyway, we know this guy, he doesn't even run that much in the match. I think what's the stat? Where he covers like average
I think like
6.6
5
kilometers a
6.6K.
match. Yeah, so he doesn't even run, but it's just that smart thinking and the movement within the pockets and the half spaces that England have to watch. If they get that in check, I think they'll do the job. But I do think if England score early and they can close the game off. However, I feel Argentina is going to take like a 2-0 lead and England's going to do the comeback thing. I feel it. And in 90 minutes also. I have a strong feeling. I think England are at their best
Mark,
when
man, I
when they
hate
grind
so
it
much,
out.
bro.
Sorry, bro, but I feel they're at their best when they grind it out, when they give everything until that final 90th minute. Bro. I think that's when they're at their best. Under
I
Tuchel,
think
specifically.
if they won 2-0, if they were winning 2-0 and England came back in the 90th and beat them 3-2, I'd fly over there to Durban and give you a kiss on your forehead, bro. Genuinely. Because if that happened, oh my, that would be, my heart wouldn't be able to take it, yeah? But if that happened, that would be the most glorious game of football I would have ever seen. Genuinely. If we go 2-0 down, beat them 3-2, oh my God.
My gut is telling you things, boy. And I'm going.
Oh my God. But you're all basically going for an England win then, apart from Noaz. Noaz said that Argentina would go through.
I changed my mind though. But that was my original plan, idea.
Well, we will see. We will see tomorrow. Far right, bro. Honestly, tomorrow night, like we could be this time, yeah. This time tomorrow, we could be in the World Cup final. Oh my God, that is, and like genuinely, I can see it happening, bro. I can see England. Oh my God.
I know. I
such a dream.
would say you're all underdogs or like heavy underdogs. If you are underdogs, it must be tight.
The last
Not
time
in
we
this
were in the
match.
World Cup final, Noaz, was 1966. And I've just got a
No,
quick
that-
fact for you guys,
bro.
right?
No,
In
in
19
was there.
No, that's Nikhil. So, I'll give you a quick fact just to round it out, yeah, before we kind of say our goodbyes. 1966, England win the World Cup, win their first World Cup. First and only World Cup up to this point. 1968, a famous band, one of the most famous bands of all time. I'm just going to quickly ask you boys. English band, famous band in the 60s, all time like famous. Just tell me the name. What do you think of?
Beatles.
The Beatles, right. The Beatles. August the 26th. And just stay with me, yeah? August the 26th, 1968. They released a song. They released a song 2 years after England won the World Cup, which has now gone viral once again, lauding England's glorious saviour who will win England the second World Cup. Because on August the 26th, 1968, the Beatles released Into the World, Hey Jude. And now, 60 years later, 58 years after that song comes out, Paul McCartney and the boys have just reinvented time. They knew a boy called Jude would come. We knew that we'd have to say hello to him. And they knew he would win England the World Cup. And yeah, Paul McCartney is... I have ball knowledge. Paul McCartney has different level of ball knowledge, right? Because he released that song 58 years ago. And 58 years later, we will be singing that on the terraces as England bring that trophy home. Come on, England. You can be Argentina. And we will beat France. And my time as a football fan will be over. Up the England.
You mean Spain?
Fuck, for Spain. Yeah.
Oh, shit. See, manifested already now. Think about the bronze final.
You beat Argentina.
All of that for a bronze final. Oh,
bro, honestly, that's ridiculous, man.
Game also.
I don't care. I don't care. Like, yeah, he's Messi's face. Who cares, bro? You can't stop us. Honestly, you can't stop us. You think you can stop Jude and the boys? You think, bro, put the pizza in the oven, bro. You think you can stop putting the pizza in the oven? Hell no, bro. Nobody's stopping this pizza getting in the oven. The pizza's just going to go straight in the oven. It's never coming out, bro, because you just put more and more pizzas in there. That's what Hurricane's going to do. Pizza oven. Pizza oven.
I reckon Hamza's been practicing this over the past few weeks.
No. You know, the more we were speaking about it now, I was just thinking, oh my God, like, we're actually so close. This close. Beat Argentina. It's going to be a very difficult game. I'm not going to lie. England's going to be very difficult.
What's different between this and 2018? What's different?
We were shit in 2018.
I think mentality.
We were shit in 2018. 2022, I mean, we got beaten by... we had individual mistakes, and we got beaten by the better team, right? France and the boys. But, man, like, you got Tuchel. You've got a great team. I think England's probably the third best team at the tournament, right, behind France and Spain. So they're not the best team in the tournament, but you don't need to be the best team in terms of quality to win everything. And, bro, the Premier League is now the best league in the world. It's time to go and prove it. And I think against Argentina will be a great way for us to go, we've beaten them. Because they're not actually that great, in my opinion, but it's a great statement. And like in 20 years' time, when you say England beat Argentina to go to the World Cup final, it sounds way better. But this Argentina team, I don't think are like some next level Argentina team like 2022 or 2014 or 1986. They're just not that. But it'll look great on the CV. So yeah, if this time tomorrow we beat them, Allah Shukr, we can move on to the final. And then yeah, just stopping Rodri and Fabian Ruiz. That'll be the modus operandi. And if we can do that. And obviously, Yamal could just chill out. Oh, actually, no. Nico O'Reilly will lock up Yamal. Yeah, we're chilling. We just need to stop Rodri and Fabian Ruiz, and that'll be football completed, mate.
And all that being said, we've already said so much on the day before today, so we're going to leave it there. Toheed is probably expecting a 20-minute thing. He's going to get an extra 30 on the house.
Sorry.
Don't worry, Toheed.
That was my fault.
Don't worry. But yeah, thanks so much, everybody, for joining us. We're going to definitely be on again tomorrow after England versus Argentina. So make sure you come in again tomorrow. It'll either be jubilation or heartbreak. Let's see what happens. Jubilation, maybe. So let's see. Let's see what happens.
Make sure you're following and subscribed and everything, because obviously tomorrow we'll be having a great time. So if you're an England fan or an England hater, make sure you're following, because tomorrow's going to be whatever is going to be cinema. So yeah,
no matter what
follow all these boys as well. Official Uzi Ahmed, Max Said, the Corner Flag, and the Tactical Canvas. Make sure you followed all them accounts as well.
Okay, thanks everybody. See you guys.